weather causing a lot of problems in Southern California, from mudslides to accidents to flight delays. History in Hollywood, the LA legend who will be the first person to permanently have their handprints displayed at the TCL Chinese Theater. You're watching The Rundown. Hello, everyone. I'm Robin Winston. Governor Newsom has officially declared a local emergency in Orange County. That opens up state help for communities damaged by the storms, including Newport Beach and Laguna Beach. Now, you're looking at a slide that happened under a home in Newport Bay. County supervisors say the OC was left out of the state emergency declaration made earlier this month. Officials estimate the winter storms have caused more than $6 million in damage in the OC. The storm is also impacting air travel. That's right, LAX has been seeing delays and cancellations due to the weather. And up in the Bay Area, the FAA issued a ground stop Tuesday afternoon at SFO because of the strong winds up north. In the San Bernardino Mountains, people are worried the heavy rain will cause more problems for communities already hit hard by all the storms this winter. The rain is washing away some of the mounds of snow, and runoff from Running Springs and Lake Arrowhead is making its way down to Crestline.
People are reporting that they're getting flooding in their living rooms, flooding in their garages, because there's just nowhere for the water to go right now.
The San Bernardino Fire Department has extra firefighters on the lookout for problem areas. In Baldwin Hills, the downpour is causing dangerous mud and debris flows. Just take a look at this neighborhood. You can see a portion of a hillside right there has collapsed. Now at least one property right there on the top of the hill appears to be standing on unstable ground, and the mud and tree that fell from the hillside are blocking the street below. Not far from there, another muddy mess. Mud and debris came loose from a hillside near La Brea and Don Lorenzo. You can see at least 2 drivers got stuck. Scary moments, but the Los Angeles Fire Department was quick to respond and everyone got out okay. Well, check out this video showing the dangerous driving conditions during the storm. A driver lost control on the 91 freeway in Anaheim and crashed right through a fence and then landed several feet below in the Santa Ana River. You can see the rushing waters covered almost half of the car. Well, thankfully, fire crews got to the driver just in time. They pulled him out, and he's said to be doing okay. Oh, my goodness, who's ready for a break from the rain? Let's check in with meteorologist Belen De Leon. She's here to let us know how long the wet weather will stick around.
Hi there. We're barely halfway through March, but we've already exceeded our monthly average. Check this out. The average rainfall is March is 2.23. When you take all of the rainy days in March, especially the one that we had on Tuesday, so far we're at 3.15. Not only that, but also on Tuesday, we broke several rainfall records. LAX, downtown LA, Camarillo, and Oxnard on Tuesday got anywhere between 1.5 inches to up to 2.5 inches. Now we're going to get a little break from the rain, give the umbrellas a break and let them dry out. But the chance for rain isn't far in our forecast. Check this out. On Thursday, things dry out and we get a bit more sunshine, but we'll have a small chance for rain Friday all the way through the beginning of next week. So looks like the stormy weather hasn't passed us just yet. We just get a little bit of a break.
President Biden signed an executive order to curb gun violence while visiting Southern California. More gun restrictions are set to go into effect. The president visited Monterey Park Tuesday and offered his condolences to those affected by the Lunar New Year mass shooting. His new executive order directs U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland to ensure that licensed gun dealers conduct the required background checks before purchases.
This executive order helps keep firearms out of dangerous hands, as I continue to call on Congress to require background checks for all firearm sales.
Some 200 people packed the Boys and Girls Club gym to listen to the president. They gave a long applause when he mentioned Brandon Say, who wrestled the gunman and prevented a second attack. Gloria Molina, a longtime LA County supervisor, has announced she has terminal cancer. In a Facebook post, the 74-year-old wrote that she's been living with cancer for 3 years and it's become very aggressive. During her career, Molina made history as the first Latina elected to the State Assembly, the LA City Council, and the County Board of Supervisors. She spent 23 years as a supervisor, where she represented Koreatown, East LA, and much of the San Gabriel Valley. A major setback for prosecutors in the deadly shooting on the movie set of Rust. The special prosecutor stepped down from the case. Well, it comes after attorneys for Alec Baldwin pushed to get that special prosecutor off the case. They argue that New Mexico's constitution barred the prosecutor from serving in that role while also being a state lawmaker. The actor and film's armorer are both facing 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter. They have both denied any wrongdoing. Detectives released new details about a 25-year-old cold case in Ventura County. Sheriff's deputies arrested Kevin James of San Bernardino for the murder of Monica Leach during a bank robbery back in 1997. She was a teller when 2 men disguised as construction workers walked in and robbed the bank. Now, even though Leach cooperated with the men, she was handcuffed and shot in the back of the head. Well, now detectives say James was the one who shot and killed Leach.
Are you sure he's the one that pulled the trigger?
As you can tell from the criminal complaint filed yesterday in Ventura County Superior Court, we allege first-degree murder in the commission of a robbery, and we also alleged in the criminal document that at the time of the murder, a firearm was used, and it is alleged that the firearm was used by Kevin James.
Advancements in DNA technology linked James to the crime. The second robber is still wanted. Investigators are hoping someone will come forward with more information. The trouble may not be over for the now defunct Silicon Valley Bank. The Justice Department and the Securities and Exchange Commission are now looking into exactly what happened leading up to the bank's collapse. Investigators are looking into the bank executives who sold their stocks in the weeks before the financial institution was forced to close. There's also criticism that bonuses were paid out to certain employees at the bank. The separate investigations by the DOJ and SEC are in their preliminary phases, and they are not unusual. Prosecutors and regulators typically open investigations into failed financial institutions. In an effort to address security concerns in the U.S., TikTok could split from its Chinese parent company ByteDance. That's according to a Bloomberg report. The move, which could result in a sale, is being considered as a last resort and would only be pursued if TikTok's existing proposal with government officials doesn't get approved. Right now, TikTok is in the middle of a national security review. Late Lakers legend Kobe Bryant will become the first person to have their handprints permanently displayed at the TCL Chinese Theater in Hollywood. Kobe was the first athlete to have his hands and feet imprinted in cement at the legendary theater back in 2011. Lakers owner Jeannie Buss and members of Kobe's family attended the Wednesday ceremony. Ted Lasso Season 3 is officially here, and many fans are wondering, is this the beginning of the end? Showrunner and Ted Lasso star Jason Sudeikis told Deadline that Season 3 represents the end of the story they wanted to tell, but stopped short of saying that his beloved show was ending altogether. Fans will also notice that the episodes are longer. The first 4 episodes range from 44 minutes to 50 minutes. New episodes will be available to stream on Apple TV Plus every Wednesday. And Nike has released an official apparel collection inspired by the show's fictional soccer team, AFC Richmond. The signature item is the red and blue two-tone jersey, but there are a variety of t-shirts and fleece options available on the Nike web store. A pizza delivery man in Florida jumped into action to help an elderly woman who fell outside her home, and it was all caught on camera. 90-year-old Annie Goshen was outside picking some flowers when she hit a rock and she couldn't get up. But the delivery driver saw her fall and quickly came to the rescue. Now, you can see right here on the family's Ring video, the driver walking her inside the house. He called 911, and then he stayed right there by her side until paramedics arrived.
He just held her hand and they talked and they hugged, and I was just very touched. Had he not been there, no telling how long she would have laid there, because where the house is here, we live on a dead-end street.
Annie suffered a fracture and bruising in the fall, but we're told she is doing well. She's going to be just fine, thanks in large part to that delivery driver, right? He's such a kind soul. And talk about perfect timing. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4, weekdays from 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with the traffic reports throughout the morning. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.